Miracle Ticket is for 2 to 4 Wooks. The objective of Miracle Ticket is to be the first Wook to the arena entrance. Game setup. First, lay out the Miracle Ticket board. Next, place the Miracle Ticket card next to the board near the flying pig. Each Wook gets a crystal that serves as their avatar on the board. All Wook crystals start in the lower left corner of the board where it says, Enter Parking Lot. Deal 5 cards to each Wook face down. Wooks always have 5 cards in their hand. The remaining card deck goes on the opposite side of the board from the Miracle Ticket, face down. This is the draw card pile. The Wook who most recently attended a concert goes first. Clockwise rotation follows. Wooks take turns playing cards from their hand to move themselves or move another Wook. Each turn begins by playing a card or cards already in the Wook's hand. Each turn ends when the Wook picks up new cards from the draw pile to replace the cards that were played. All played cards go face up into a discard pile next to the draw card pile. The Miracle Ticket is held by whichever Wook is in the lead once the Miracle Ticket space has been passed on the board. The Miracle Ticket has no special powers beyond gloating, and hey, that's enough for any Wook. The first Wook to reach the arena is the winner. Treats. Treats are used to move the Wooks around the board. Each treat has a number in the upper left corner and an icon next to the number. The number indicates how many spaces a Wook can move forward when the card is played. The icon next to the number indicates how many of the card are needed to play them. Here's a few examples to explain this. Drops move Wooks 5 forward spaces, but only if 2 drops cards are played together. 1 drops card does nothing. Drops must be played in pairs. Gummies move Wooks 8 forward spaces, but only if 3 gummy cards are played together. 1 or 2 gummies cards does nothing. Gummies must be played in threes. Balloons move Wooks 2 forward spaces. Balloons can be played as single cards. But wait, it gets better. Additional cards can be played as long as they follow the rules for their card type. Here's a couple of examples to explain this. Both drops and caps move Wooks 5 forward spaces per pair. Playing 3 drops or 3 caps doesn't change the 5 forward spaces. Drops and caps are only playable in pairs. The third card has no value. Playing 4 drops or 4 caps cards moves Wooks 10 forward spaces. 4 drops or 4 caps cards is 2 pair. 5 spaces per pair times 2. Here's another example. Vibes cards move Wooks 3 forward spaces per card. Playing 2 Vibes cards moves Wooks 6 forward spaces. 3 forward spaces per card times 2 cards. Playing 3 Vibes cards moves Wooks 9 forward spaces. 3 forward spaces per card times 3 cards. Playing 4 Vibes cards moves Wooks 12 forward spaces. 3 forward spaces per card times 4 cards. But wait, it gets even better. Wooks can double their move if the cards they play result in them landing on a space on the board with the same icon. Double up. Here's a couple of examples to explain this. 1 Vibes card is played resulting in a Wook landing on a space with the Vibes icon. The Wook moves an additional 3 spaces. Woohoo! 2 Balloons cards are played resulting in a Wook landing on a space with the Balloons icon. The Wook moves an additional 4 spaces. Ah, yeah. Hold up. Flowers and Gummies have the same icon. Does that mean I can use either Flowers or Gummies cards with those spaces and double my move? Yes. Flowers and Gummies are the only shared icons. A Wook can play Flowers or Gummies, and if they land on a space with that icon, their move doubles. Power-ups. Veggie Burrito cards are the only cards that move Wooks backwards. Wooks move backwards 1 space per card. Just like the Treats cards, multiple Veggie Burrito cards can be played together to move a Wook backwards more than 1 space. Veggie Burrito cards are also defensive. A Veggie Burrito card blocks attempts by other Wooks to move an opponent. Here's an example to explain this. A Wook plays 3 Gummies cards to move an opponent 8 spaces into a pitfall. The opponent plays a Veggie Burrito card in defense. The 3 Gummies cards are blocked, and the Wook stays in place, avoiding the pitfall. The 3 Gummies cards and the Veggie Burrito card go into the discard pile, and the Wooks pick up new cards to replace those cards. Never underestimate the power of a Veggie Burrito. Frenzy cards allow Wooks to play all playable cards in their hand. This is the only time card types can be mixed. Wooks must still follow the rules for each card type. Here's an example to explain this. A Wook plays a Frenzy card along with 2 Vibes cards and 2 Drops cards. 2 Vibes cards equals 6 forward spaces, 3 for each Vibes card. 2 Drops cards equals 5 forward spaces, 5 for each pair. This makes a total of 11 forward spaces. Hey now. The board. The Miracle Ticket board has a variety of dynamic spaces that can have positive or negative effects for Wooks. The cards played by the Wooks can accelerate the gameplay or even reverse the direction of the race. Here's a breakdown of the types of spaces on the board. Enter parking lot. This is where it all begins. Icons. Icon spaces have no significance unless a Wook lands on one using cards with the same icon. When this happens, a Wook's move is doubled. Trade. If a Wook lands on a trade space, the Wook must trade cards with an opponent of their choice. The number on the trade space indicates how many cards are traded. Before the trade takes place, the Wook must first draw new cards to have 5 cards in their hand. The Wook chooses which cards they want to trade and sets them to the side, face down. The chosen opponent presents their cards face down, and the Wook selects the same number of cards as they laid down. This is the end of the Wook's turn. All trades are final. Caps, drops, mixed icon space. Okay, I lied. This is the only time other than a Frenzy card when card types can be mixed. These spaces can be used one of 2 different ways. 1. A Wook can play either 2 Caps cards or 2 Drops cards to double their move, or 2. A Wook can play 1 Caps card plus 1 Drops card to double their move. Arrows. There are 2 sets of arrow connected spaces on the board. 2 balloons icon spaces in the first leg of the parking lot, plus 2 flowers and gummies icon spaces in the final leg of the parking lot. The arrows are shortcuts that a Wook can use only if the Wook lands directly on one of the spaces. Tread lightly around these spaces. Whatever side of the arrows you land on, you automatically slide to the opposite space. Krystals. Wooks that land on this space get to pick up an extra card for a total of 6 cards in their hand. The extra card only works for the Wook's next turn, and then the Wook resumes having 5 cards in their hand. Med Tent. Sometimes Wooks have too much too fast and need to take a timeout. A Wook that lands on a Med Tent loses their next turn. They don't get to get new cards, they just get to sit there and think about their life choices. Take steps back. There are 3 of these spaces on the board. A Wook that lands on one of these spaces immediately moves backwards the number of spaces indicated. Dogs. Dogs know what treats smell like, and that's never good for Wooks. A Wook that lands on this space discards all cards in their hand and draws 5 new cards. Miracle Ticket. The Wook that lands on this space or passes this space first is given the Miracle Ticket card. The Miracle Ticket card stays with the Wook until they are passed by an opponent. Whichever Wook is in the lead is the Wook that has the Miracle Ticket. Space Jam. Things get weird in a Space Jam. If a Wook lands on Space Jam, the Wook draws the appropriate number of cards to refill their hand to 5 cards. Next, all Wooks place their cards face down and all of the cards are mixed together. Each Wook selects 5 cards from the face down mixed up jumble of cards, and those are the new hands for all Wooks. Bad vibes. Nothing, absolutely nothing, is worse than bad vibes, especially at a show. Forget the show, forget Miracle Tickets. The time-space continuum has been ripped open and we're about to be sucked into a vortex for infinity. If a Wook lands on bad vibes, the gameplay is reversed and everyone retreats. The first Wook to make it back out of the parking lot is the winner. Arena. This is it, the end of the golden road. Get here first and you win. Check out the Miracle Ticket demo game video to see all the rules in action.